Hello everyone, thank you for joining this webinar. So we have an important update for you. On Wednesday the 29th of November, NICE in their clinical draft guidance decided to not recommend burosumab for the eligible adult population in England. And this reason was given for a couple of reasons, but essentially the cost-benefit ratio was not correct. And this means that either the cost is too high and that NICE have uncertainties. Now, we cannot control the price, but we can control the uncertainties. And what the uncertainties actually mean is that something is not clear, either the disease is misunderstood or the impact of treatment is misunderstood. And this is where we come in to provide some input on that information. So in collaboration with clinical experts, we've established a 5-step call to action plan. Point 1 and 2 have been specifically designed to address the uncertainties from NICE. Point 3 is an opportunity for NICE to hear directly from you as patients and families. And points 4 and 5 have been created to expand and circulate the call to action. I'm just going to go over these in a bit more detail. So if I look at point 1, which is the importance of the RUDY study, and the RUDY study is essentially a database over here. And actually you can get to it from our website. If I show you the website just here and scroll down and expand, you'll see that there's an option for people that are new to RUDY can register, and for people that are already known to RUDY can click this link here. But essentially you'll get taken to this page, and this is where you can find out about RUDY. You can watch a video and you can see lots of different aspects of RUDY. To join, you click this green button just here, and you can see the different options of different types of individuals that you can join as. So as a person with a rare disease, or as a person registering on behalf of their child with a rare disease, or as a family member. Once you fill out this information, you'll then have access to the RUDY surveys. Now these have been created to specifically address XLH and capture some important details of XLH, and specifically the changes of your condition over a period of time. So you may have seen these surveys before in clinic, because these are frequently given to you, but it's really important that these are placed in RUDY so that you can access them over a period of time, and you can answer them over and over again. So in my account, I've got 17 submitted surveys that I've already completed, and you can see that they range from activities of daily living, quality of life, fatigue, pain, sleep, mental well-being, diagnosis, medication, caring, and height and weight. I think it's really important to note that there's lots of different aspects that can be captured in RUDY. I think one that I particularly want to highlight at the moment are about your medical diary, so that in here you can list details about the medication that you're on. And when I was talking about how there are certain surveys that have been created specifically to capture information for NICE, there are certain areas of the RUDY study that are incredibly important for this process. So under medication, it's really important that you complete what medication you're on, whether that's alpha or phosphate or calcidrol or burosumab, any painkillers that you're using. It's also really important to include start and stop dates for any of those treatments, and also the reason for stopping treatment. You'll also notice that in the medical diary, there's also an area for you to input your fractures. So it's really key that you key in, if known, the month and year of the fracture, especially in the last 5 years. And also you also need to tick the box that says never had a fracture if you've never had a fracture, obviously. And once you've completed all of that, you can then also tick the box that says fractures complete. So that will sort of complete your fracture section. Please also do take note to key in your postcode and your profile. You can find that in just here. This essentially allows NICE to be able to look at how geography potentially affects XLH care. That's a particular uncertainty at the moment. And also, if you can, complete the ethnicity section. Please also do complete your main consultant. And in the diagnostics area, you will be able to email a copy of your recent clinical letter, because this will include your diagnosis, and it's a way for the people reviewing the data to sort of certify that the data is complete and genuine, and officiates this sort of diagnosis from your patient record. I think now what I'll do is I'm going to switch back over to the website again. So point 1 was to complete the Rudy study. That's really key for collecting data specifically for NICE again. There's a lot of questions here as well. I should also mention that it may take you between an hour and 2 hours to complete if you're new. If you're returning, you might be able to do it in less time because you may have some surveys that you've already completed. I should also just remind you as well to ensure you check back into your Rudy study every couple of months, because you'll likely see your surveys come back again. It's really important that we capture changes over periods of time, because it allows people to monitor how XLH changes as we age, especially as treatments change as well. On point 2, XLH UK has created a specific family carer survey. This was designed because the Rudy study wasn't or isn't currently comprehensive enough to capture the family and carer burden at the moment, and there were some additional questions that NICE require in this process. So just by expanding this section here and clicking on the forms link, you'll be taken to a Microsoft Forms page. You don't need to sign in. Once you've read the introduction and other details about the data in the survey, you can then go through the screening questions and take you through to the survey. This shouldn't take too long to complete. You should be able to, the maximum time I think might take is about 15 minutes. In terms of just clearing up about who a potential carer is, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a paid individual. It can be a family member, a partner, a spouse, parent, a neighbour, a friend. Essentially, just think about anyone that is close to you, really. And it could be someone that offers potential emotional support or physical support or practical support. That could be just someone that you may need to have to tie your shoes or to go out and pick up some bread from the shops. So it's a range of individuals that can act as a carer for someone with XLH. So I think what I'm going to do now is just go back to the website for XLH UK on our call to action page. From here, you'll be able to also see that the third point is about submitting your views to NICE. So this is a really interesting one. What happens is during this consultation period, NICE have opened up a specific portal to capture the information from individuals who may be affected by this decision from NICE. So what we've done here is we've created these 3 main sort of questions about daily life impact, the fracture impact, and the caregiving and burosumab impact. And I think if it'd be really helpful when you click on this link that you think about these 3 points and think about how you might answer these in your response back to NICE. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this button here just to show you what this page looks like. So the first thing you'll see is that you are asked to complete either as an organisation or individual. So I'm going to select individual, and it'll ask you to either sign in or register for a new account. So if the likelihood is you haven't seen this page, so it's probably easier to just register for a new account. And then you're obviously asked to put in some basic information about yourself first. When doing so, you'll then be taken back to this draft guidance, and you'll notice that it will say for this ID 3822 for burosumab, which is the consultation for treating adults. And you'll see there's a button here that says comment on this document. So this is what you're doing, is you're commenting on the draft guidance from NICE. That'll open up a box which will allow you to input information about the draft guidance. And like I said, if you have this page open as well, just to reference the 3 points that we framed for you, because we just feel that this will be really helpful in being quite concise with your comments back to NICE. So I'm just going to go back to the presentation again. One thing that that we really need to focus on is the timetable for all of this. You'll notice that it's incredibly tight. We are aiming for all of the responses to be in by December 13th. This allows us to essentially focus and analyse the data between the 13th and the end of December, where we then have to input our final views to NICE on January 3rd. So we are doing that as a patient organisation, hospitals are doing that as clinics, and also professional bodies as well. So again, it's just really important that you complete steps 1, 2 and 3 by December 13th. What will then happen is, over a period of several weeks, NICE will be looking over that new data and preparing for the second evaluation committee meeting. Now, we may or may not be invited to that meeting, we don't know at the moment. But even so, a few weeks after February 15th, NICE will reveal the outcome of the second committee meeting. Hopefully it will be a positive recommendation. However, if a decision has not been reached after a second committee meeting, it's possible that further discussions may take place. But that's not something that or not a path that we particularly want to go down. So just to highlight next steps, please visit the website, read out the press release, have a look at the 5-step plan, and consider those 3 questions that we highlighted for NICE, and obviously share and support the page going forward. It's really important that you encourage other family members to complete the 5 steps as well. I think just couple of final other remarks. It's really important that if there are any teenagers or people coming off treatment, that they pay particular attention. That's a number that we're quite short on. And we really need younger individuals to complete the RUDI and carer surveys. And especially if you're on burosumab, you need to be completing RUDI and the carer survey. That's incredibly important for this whole process. Thank you very much.